He said you can make a statement without him.
All right.
Would you mind putting this on now?
Not at all.
I'm going to stay.
I'm in 5083 right now.
As I say, I'm guessing the recording goes, you know the questions.
Right here? Yep. Hold on, just give me 1 sec. I'm going to put my cell phone.
You're like way more powerful than mine. I'm not even going to try that. Check on it. Yep.
All right, my name is Lieutenant. Do you want me to hold that or not? You guys got it?
No, we're good.
All right, good. All right, my name is Lieutenant Michael Luell with the Racine County Sheriff's Office. My first name is Michael, last name Luell. Today, at approximately a little bit after 8 p.m., about 8:09 p.m., we had a collision between two boats. We have information that one boat had approximately 11 people on board. The other boat had 3 people on board. There's multiple juveniles. We have information right now that speed and alcohol was a factor. There are multiple injuries. We do believe they're non-life-threatening. One juvenile was flighted with some head injuries. We're obviously very concerned about that. Our thoughts and prayers go out to that juvenile and their family. Right now, all of the people, and there were multiple people that went into the water. All of those individuals were recovered from the water as the information we have is right now. They're being treated at local hospitals. There was a multi-jurisdictional response. We had the City of Racine, the Racine County Sheriff's Office, we had multiple dive teams, etc., fire departments. They all showed up, and this is what they trained for. It really is a compliment to what they do and what they are trained for, what they're equipped for. There was also a third boat. We had the striking boat, we had the victim boat, we had a third boat, which we were calling the Good Samaritan boat. Literally, human beings were pulled out of the water. They had varying degrees of injuries. Everyone's accounted for. We do not believe anyone's going to lose their life. But we do have a juvenile that was transported to Froedtert via Flight for Life. So that's where we're at right now.
Were there any arrests made with the drinking?
At this point in time, we are dealing with injuries. Certainly we will conduct a law enforcement analysis in the future with boating and alcohol and speed. I think that there's a high probability that laws were broken. But at this point in time, we're really focusing on saving people's lives. And then after that, we will look at whether laws were broken. It seems readily apparent that laws were broken, but that's the next step. The first step is saving people's lives, which is what all of these multiple jurisdictions are doing. And then after the fact, we'll look at whether laws were broken.
Were life jackets used in this?
I'm not aware of that. I hope they were, and I would strongly recommend that whenever you're on a boat, especially if you're on a boat with 11 passengers, and the information we have right now is that the striking boat had 3 passengers. The information we have right now is that the striking boat was at a high rate of speed. I would hope and pray that all of those individuals would be wearing their life jackets. I don't know that right now. This is a very dynamic situation. The biggest thing that we're looking for right now is pulling live people out of the water, which is what these multiple organizations did, and then we'll sort out the pieces after that.
Everyone was recovered with the Good Samaritan boat. What were they looking for
Well, it's a search grid, right? I mean, you could tell me that there's 11 people in the boat. You can tell me there's 15 people in the boat. You can tell me there's one person in the boat. But we don't know that as a fact. So we put up multiple drones that have heat-seeking thermal capabilities. We put out a search grid. Just because you give us a law enforcement a number doesn't mean that number is a fact. So we always worry about the worst situation. We don't know if there's 11 in the water. We don't know if there's 3 in the water. We don't know if there's 1 in the water. But if there's even just 1 in the water, we're going to search and search and search until we find that person, and then maybe even the person we don't know about. So they did a search grid, and they were very thorough in their search. And we believe that we pulled every victim out of the water, and we're very, very happy about that.
So then the search and rescue part is over?
To this point, we're winding down our search and rescue. Yes, we do believe that we have all souls out of the water, and that they're receiving the appropriate medical treatment. And this was a very unfortunate situation, but it could have been a lot worse. So, I mean, but for the speedy actions of that Good Samaritan boat, but for the various assets that showed up very quickly, did that search grid, we are pretty confident, we're very confident right now that we have everybody out of the water.
Do you know what locations patients were transported to?
I know it was local hospitals, except for the one juvenile that was flight for light to Froedtert, is my understanding, right? And this is a very dynamic, moving situation, so that's information I have right now.
With the holiday weekend coming up, do you have any advice or message to others?
I absolutely do, and it was brought up before. Life jackets are essential. Speed should be avoided. Alcohol should be avoided. This accident, preliminarily, is a combination of carelessness, speed, and alcohol. And like what was said, we're coming up on a holiday weekend. Everybody wants to have a good time, but safety is no accident. You have to be smart, right? And you have to take responsibility. And law enforcement and the fire department and dive teams will show up. We'll show up if there's a catastrophic situation. But we need you to take personal responsibility for your own safety. And that means being smart, wearing life jackets. It means not being impaired by alcohol, and it means not driving at a high rate of speed. And I'll tell you right now, the information we have is that one of the boats was traveling at a high rate of speed, which is unfortunate like this.